Welcome to my introduction to Wargame design studio, Wolfpack. This is the getting started scenario, and currently we are focused on our U-boat, a Type 9B U-107, and we're heading in a southerly direction. The yellow line indicates the limit of our visibility at night. In this section here you can see it's 0200 on the 17th of August 1942. So what we'll do is go to periscope depth and see what we can hear. I currently have fog of war not enabled so that I can explain certain aspects of the game to you. So here's our little convoy, currently heading in a northerly direction. Right, so we've made passive contact with this convoy. The dark green lines are our passive sonar emanating from our U-boat. So we know there is a contact on these green lines. Now the light green line is actually the active sonar, in this case of Galston and Penstemon, who are pinging actively. Right, so what we can do now is we go back to the surface and we steer towards the convoy by steering to the southwest. So there we go, we're steering to the southwest, and soon we'll be heading back towards the convoy. So we can put the focus on convoy ships. Once again, the yellow line is the limit of their visibility at night. And so currently all we know on the U-boat is that there is a contact to the southwest of our position. And that's all we know. We don't know distance. All we know is that that's where they are. So at this stage we can hit the speed up button. We'll go for 10 by, and we'll wait for the Penstemon to get close to our line of sight, or within our sight range. Okay. So we've obviously told our lookouts to keep a sharp lookout towards the southwest, and hopefully they'll spot these guys at some stage. Notice down the lower left here we have spot enemy, so I imagine that will light up at some point. And we have passive sonar. We're at 100% condition. Okay, so we've spotted the enemy. In some crazy buggerers, should I say that on Facebook, has gone and shot at the convoy, thus giving away our position. As you could imagine, the flash of the guns could be spotted from miles away. So rule 101 of callooning is to hit the inhibit firing button. and this stops our U-boat from firing automatically. Okay, so let's go back now and reload up. So we go load, no, getting started, okay, and allied on automatic, and okay. So for the purpose of the exercise, we start the game running. We'll turn our U-boat to starboard 2 clicks to go to the southwest. And then we'll hit 10 by to, first off we'll inhibit firing, that could be handy. And then we'll hit 10 by just to bring the convoy into range, whoops, of our visibility area. So we're heading towards the southwest on the surface because we have our passive sonar contact towards that direction. So at a reasonably safe distance we can go back to 1 by, and we'll see what happens this time. So there's us up there. The blue line is the arc for the torpedoes forward and aft. So the Penstamon's just coming in range of visibility, and enemy is spotted. Now if we had fog of war on, of course, then they just pop up into our view. So the first thing we do is we turn the U-boat into the same direction as the boat that we spotted. So we need to go, what, northwest. So we can go to port, sorry, that was northeast. We're actually originally heading so we're at 1 by. There's the Penstamon. So why isn't Penstamon seeing us, you might ask? Well, the U-boat at night time is only visible from 4,000 yards. So at this stage they can't see us. So what we do now is we highlight the Penstamon, because that was the boat we spotted. Then we go place marker, and we go to say first contact. And that is down there, and we just need to track what they're up to. So at this stage we can actually see them. And we try and estimate their speed. So we're going 6 knots. And we knew that by, if they're closing range, that means that they're going faster than us. So we just go to the increase speed. So at the moment we're just in observation mode. So notice that the McWhirter is not spotted, only the Penstemon is. And he has active sonar happening. He cannot spot us. So there's us again. So we note the time, 2:08. In fact, often rather than putting first there, I'll put the time, which is a much better marker because it gives you some realistic information. So this is the observation period. I'm sure most experienced U-boaters out there will know this is the first thing you'd usually do in these games is observe the enemy and trying to figure out what course they are on. Now the place marker can also be raised by L, keyboard shortcut L. So we just keep watching them, trying to judge their speed, differential between us and them, whether the distance is closing or separating. Right, so we've actually detected a change of course. So we click, we go L, and we can go, it was 210, so we can say 0 to 10, and we'll say he's turned to the north. Okay, so that's good. So once again we mimic the convoy because we want to keep them in sight. We don't want to sail out of their sight, so we need to go port to the north. So there we go, we're now in the same direction as the convoy. And at this stage we can only see the Penstemon, spot enemy passive. So we could even slow down, get a firmer contact, whatever we like. So what we'll do now, just to keep things moving, I won't put you through the agony of waiting too long. I'll go 10 by for a moment. Keep a close eye on the time. 13 minutes. -14 and we'll go back to 1 by. Okay, so that was our original spot down here. Clan McWhirter's almost in range. Or visibility range. So at the moment we're just tracking Penstemon. Right, so Penstemon's changed course, so we can left click there, then go L, and that'll be 0 to 15, and he's turned to the east. Right, so that's given us a bit of a clue. Let's go back to my U-boat. So now we know that it takes 5 minutes between this spot here, see the little binos, and that spot there. So we can actually measure that distance. Left mouse button and draw. So he's doing about 1,500 yards in 5 minutes. Now, as far as I know, there isn't actually a table we can look up for that. So we would expect now to go 1,500 yards this way. We suspect he's going to turn just there. So we could go L. Put it. Maybe go estimated turn. Now, if he does turn in that sort of zone there, we can make some estimations of where he's going to end up, and then we know where to place our U-boat. Once again, we need to go to starboard to get in the sync with the convoy, and it's outside of the visibility range, 4,000 yards, I believe. So there we go again. So what we'll do once again is we'll go to 10 by, just to, so we'll go 18, 30, 19, okay, so we have now spotted the Clan McWhirter, and we already have the Penstemon here, and we estimate that any moment now, the next, so what we can do is see if we can select that one, and then we will delete that marker. Yeah, where is that? Marker. Let's pause. Okay, he's turned north. Okay, notice that he's turned north almost directly on our marker, so we have a pretty good estimation now of what he's doing. So every 5 minutes they're making a 90-degree turn. So that being the case, where are we? So there we are up there. We'll turn to the north. Right. So we go 1,500 yards to the north. L. And that'll be 5 minutes ahead of now, which is be 0225. Okay. Then we go another 1,500 yards out that way. L. 0230. And then we can go another 1,500 up that way. There it'll do. 0235. So this is the course. Oh, rats. I've got the click. L0235. They're the little mistakes you can make. Okay, so oh, there we go. Modify marker. Let's see now. 0235. Which one is it? Ah, there we go. Currently we're at where? Oh, that one there, delete. Get rid of that one, grab that one. So now we've spotted the, we have the Clan McWhirter and the Penster Mon. So what we can start doing now is thinking, well, it's going to go there, another 1500 metres across to there, up to here. Right, so we'll slow down our speed a bit. We'll head south. I guess we might as well go 1500 to there. Left click L 0240. It's going to be in that area there, and left click L 0245. Right, so we're in a reasonable situation here. We've so there we go, we're heading south, and currently we're so we've spotted the Axios. So the main thing is once we get to about 4,500, 5,000 yards, then we need to think about submerging. So we have an ETA 0245, so we're still looking at 20 minutes before they get to us. So what we can do now perhaps is go to periscope depth. Oops, we first off click on our U-boat. We can then tell it to go to periscope depth. So then we would lose visibility on the convoy because being lower down we don't have a shorter distance to the horizon, but we would have passive sonar. And just as we're going down, notice how he's turned to the east at our estimation. So far so good. And there's our passive sonar. Well, I hope you enjoyed this introduction to getting started with WDS Wolfpack. So enjoy your U-boating and your gaming. Catch you next time. Bye.